Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you.
This is Prakhar Marmat
Yes, sir.
is your. It's an unusual surname. I never heard it before.
So it's my goat.
Goat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bhopal. Gozawar? Also from Bhopal.
Yes, sir.
And you are doing your LLM right now.
Yes, sir.
From where? From?
Sir, Ambedkar Law University, Jaipur. Yes, sir.
And what is your area of LLM?
Sir, my expertise is criminal and security law.
Criminal security law.
Yes, sir.
Security means cyber security.
No, sir.
What security?
Physical laws related to policing, police reforms, and those things. Yes, sir.
So what, you play a game or something? How do you keep yourself occupied? After all the boring stuff you do sitting in your study room, what do you do?
सर मैं DIY प्रोजेक्ट्स वगैरह बनाता हूँ सर. DIY डू इट योर सेल्फ प्रोजेक्ट सर. अभी तो मैं वही परस्यू कर पाता हूँ और उसके अलावा सर मैं मूवीज़ और वेब सीरीज़ वगैरह देखता हूँ और मैं सर वीडियो गेम खेलता हूँ सर. अब यस सर.
So criminal law is your area of interest, huh?
No sir, I am comfortable with both criminals. Yes sir.
What is the most complicated part of criminal law which you find?
Of which law sir?
Criminal law, complicated part.
Sorry sir, I was not able to hear.
Complicated part of criminal law. Like do you find the distinction between 3 and 4 part 1 and 302 difficult? What do you think of section 10 of the Evidence Act? You know, the procedures, other stuff.
Okay, sir, I think which chapter 12 of criminal procedure code is something which I struggled a lot because it involves a lot of practical aspect instead of theory based things. So that is where I struggled, but now though I find it comfortable. Yes sir.
So what they have been asking is, you know, about section 66A of the Evidence Act.
Yes.
Now, in the context of the social media, you know, which is all over the place. Now, whether forwarding a post, right, constitutes an offense.
Sir, it depends on this.
Suppose an objectionable post.
Objectionable post. Yes, sir. It can be it can constitute as an offence, sir.
What is the culpability and what is the ingredient which is supplied?
Sir, by forwarding a message, we are participating in the commission of the offence, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, 53 of the transfer of property here.
जी सर. Sir, 53A transferable property of Act.
You have some research paper also on this.
So it was in college.
Because it is written, so
Yes.
they are more concerned. What is 53A?
Sir, 53A talks about part performance of सर उसके अंदर उन्होंने ये बोला है कि if there has been contract between parties and as a result of that agreement to contract, and as a result of that agreement you have taken the transferee has taken possession or.
Are you comfortable?
Are you comfortable?
Yes, sir, I'm
हाँ
comfortable.
तो प्लीज बी कंफर्टेबल. हम लोग कोई बहुत बड़ा इंटरव्यू नहीं ले रहे हैं, हम तो आपके साथ ही हैं.
Yes, sir.
So,
Sir, I'm little sleepy. I'm
so you are
really
getting
sorry.
some, मुझे ऐसा लगा कि आपका बहुत palpitation ये हो रहा है. तो आराम से दीजिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. हाँ.
Yes, sir.
You got a good background, you should be
हाँ,
comfortable.
you must be comfortable.
Yes. सर ट्रांसफरी अगर अग्रीमेंट टू सेल के परसुएंस में पोजेशन ले लेता है तो 53A प्रोटेक्ट्स दैट पोजेशन, राइट टू पोजेशन. उसके जो ट्रांसफरर है या ट्रांसफर के नाम पे जो और राइट इन्फोर्स करवा रहे हैं वो ट्रांसफरी का पोजेशन नहीं चैलेंज कर सकते सर.
क्या कमी रहेगी इसमें, प्रॉपर्टी ट्रांसफर करने में क्या कमी रहेगी?
Sir, it was only an agreement to transfer the property. No actual transfer was there, sir.
Registration.
A registration, yeah, yes.
Convince भी नहीं होगा.
Convince or registration, convince नहीं.
ये आपने एक इंटरेस्टेड विटनेस लिखा, हु इज द इंटरेस्टेड विटनेस?
सर ऐसा टेक्निकल डेफिनेशन तो कहीं है नहीं, बट इंटरेस्टेड विटनेस उन्हें बोला गया है जो ऑफेंस है या फिर केस है उसके अंदर डायरेक्टली या पर्सनली उनका कोई इंटरेस्ट हो. फॉर एग्जांपल अगर कोई मर्डर का केस है तो और जो विटनेस हैं वो अगर विक्टिम की फैमिली से हैं तो उन्हें इंटरेस्टेड विटनेस बोला गया है सर.
क्या वो कॉम्पिटेंट विटनेस है?
यस सर.
क्या उसके एविडेंस पर कन्विक्शन किया जा सकता है?
यस सर.
क्या उसका कॉर्पोरेशन जरूरी नहीं है?
Sir, there has been a judgment by Honorable Supreme Court in which it has been laid down that evidence of an interested witness is definitely admissible, but the only thing which the courts needs to consider is that there is a little bit more scrutiny which needs to be done when the case is of interested witness, sir. But it is admissible as an evidence.
नहीं, एडमिशिबल तो है. क्या सोल इंटरेस्टेड विटनेस पर कन्विक्शन किया जा सकता है?
Yes, sir.
कोर्ट को कुछ स्क्रूटनी तो करनी पड़ेगी उसमें.
Sir, the Honorable Supreme Court have laid down that while if the testimony of a sole interested witness is the only evidence, then just because that is the case, you cannot just disregard the evidentiary value.
ट्रूथफुलनेस को चेक करना पड़ेगा.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ये प्रोसिक्यूशन सैंक्शन के संबंध में क्या हुआ है?
Sorry, sir. मुझे जानकारी नहीं है.
आपने लिखा है ड्राफ्टेड ब्रीफ प्रोसीजर फॉलोड बाय द इंस्टीट्यूट.
Oh, okay, sir. As in regards to
What
my
are, you know, this is, I think, with regard to prosecution sanction for the purposes of government service being prosecuted.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Under like 197 or something.
Yes, sir.
Under corruption.
Yes, sir. Prevention of Corruption Act, sir. सर प्रिवेंशन ऑफ करप्शन एक्ट के अंदर प्रोवाइड कर रखा है कि जो जनरल प्रिंसिपल है कि बिफोर इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग ऑल इंडिया सर्विसेज ऑफिसर और एक और कैटेगरी सर वो मैं अभी ध्यान नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, उनके अगेंस्ट आपको इन्वेस्टिगेशन अगर स्टार्ट करनी है तो यू हैव टू टेक प्रायर कंसेंट फ्रॉम द अप्रोप्रिएट गवर्नमेंट.
Who is the appropriate person?
सर so to best of my knowledge, you need to you have to apply to the Chief Secretary of the state.
In every case.
Sir, I am only aware about as to the state.
Probably the funding authority.
Yes, sir.
Funding authority.
Funding.
Yes,
It's a
thank you,
funding
sir.
authority, will it be?
मेरे केस में कोई पुलिस ऑफिसर है,
Yes, sir.
जो बदमाशी कर रहे थे, उसने डंडे लगाए, उनके चोट लगी हाथ पैर टूट गए. उन लोगों ने उस पुलिस ऑफिसर के खिलाफ में
Case कर दिया.
पीनल सेक्शन से केस किया. पुलिस एजेंसीज ने विदाउट टेकिंग द प्रोसिक्यूशन सैंक्शन चार्जशीट पेश कर दी. नेसेसरी टू इनपुट प्रोसिक्यूशन. प्रोलॉजिंग द प्रोसिक्यूशन.
In a case like this.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I'm unable to. I'm not aware as to exact procedure which
It
is.
is not in the exercise of duties of purported exercise of duty. That is the answer.
Okay, sir.
क्या
Because
उसकी
breaking
Thank you.
somebody's legs is not a part of performance of duty, nor purported performance of duty, na?
Yes, sir.
ये होगा इसमें
basic test is
So the
the act is
Yeah.
related with
duty, exercise of it says duties to be discharged by,
उसको पीटना उसकी duties part में
and even
Yes, sir.
purported,
Yes, sir.
and not action, but even purported, even if we stretch his duties to whatever extent you want to extend it to.
Yes, sir.
Cannot
Definitely,
be a part
sir.
of his duties, no? To break somebody's legs. He
Yes.
only investigate and prosecute and file a
File a
challenge, that's
charge.
all. He can't beat up people.
Yes, sir. So I got confused.
Yeah, so that's why you are free to ask the board, the member, as to what actually the question is.
Okay, sir.
What is doctrine of unjust enrichment?
सर डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ अनजस्ट एनरिचमेंट सेक्शन 68 टू 72 ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एक्ट में इनकॉर्पोरेट में है. इसके अंदर ये बोला गया है कि नो पर्सन इज अलाउड टू गेट बेनिफिट फ्रॉम बाय ऑन लॉस ऑफ द अदर पर्सन, सर. तो उसमें उन लोगों ने उसके लिए प्रोटेक्शन के लिए ये प्रोवाइड कर रखा है कि इन केस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट बिकम्स वॉइड आफ्टर द अग्रीमेंट इज एंटर्ड and the parties decide to break it off, if any party have gain any advantage, they have to return to the other party.
Supposing if there is some tax leviable on certain industries,
Yes, sir.
they have changed that particular tax, and the Supreme Court have set aside and allowed their petitions and said that this tax is not leviable.
Yes, sir.
And they have recovered thousands of or lakhs of or crores of rupees from whatever from them. Now, whether that company can recover those monies from government?
Sir, as a matter of principle, they should, but I think in practical aspect, it becomes a little bit difficult to return the money to each and individual from whom the government has cooperated. I think.
No, he was
No, it's only industry. Industry is
To the industry, not the consumer.
Industry
Okay.
is saying that that we have paid this amount to you, which was not actually payable.
Now give it back to us.
Now give it back to us. What would be your defense as a government representative saying that this particular amount,
What are the
which
laws
was an
say?
excise duty, have already been passed on to
Or
the
GST now, whatever it be.
GST that has already been passed on because we have collected, you have collected this doctrine of unjust enrichment, that particular amount, whether that industry can recover from government back, or you have some defense to say against their claim,
Sir,
and the doctrine of unjust enrichment come in between.
as a counsel for the state, I will argue that instead of making us pay back, we will adjust it in the next year.
No, you can't, you're wrong.
You can't wrong.
Okay, sir.
You know, the point is that if you have taken money from the citizen,
Yes, sir.
right, as tax, and given to the government,
Yes,
So
sir.
what is yours?
What is yours? आपको तो any person citizen से लिया था आपने.
Yes, sir.
So if you get it back,
So
it
this
will
is
be unjust enrichment.
Yes,
this
sir.
is talking of unjust enrichment, that the money which you have, the duty you have already recovered from the citizens.
Yes, sir.
So it is only the citizens who can collect and ask for the refund of the same. It's not you can. And there is a reported judgment of Justice V.R. Krishna here in this regard. That is with reference to Krishi Upaj Mandis. And they have ordered in their will that entire amount should be deposited with the secretary of the Krishi Upaj Mandi,
Despite the tax being declared to be ultra virus.
despite of that declare. And every individual who have purchased grain from this particular mandi can come and show their bill and can take money. It is not those traders will allow to be given any
That's the
amount.
concept. This is, 65 also the Contract Act. What is 65 of the Contract Act?
Sir, 65 provides agar contract becomes void,
Yes.
then
Account frustration.
account of frustration,
Yeah.
then the party who has received any benefit or they have to return it.
Return it.
Yes, sir.
And what is the doctrine of party director?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware.
That is, both parties in the contract are, responsible for the illegality. Nobody gets anything.
Nobody will get any.
Okay. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am, पूछो आप. One last
What is
question.
the basic structure of the constitution?
मैम डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर ये बताया गया है कि कुछ एस्पेक्ट्स है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के जो आप जिससे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट के द्वारा आप अमेंड नहीं कर पाएंगे.
Changes was decided.
मैम केशवनंदा भारती वर्सेस यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया.
And what is the pitch and substance? Doctrine of pitch and substance.
मैम डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ पिथ एंड सब्सटेंस में ये बोला गया है कि
You have already research is on it.
यस सर, यस मैम,
Yeah. This is in the context of repugnancy.
यस मैम, यस सर।
Formulate, it's in the context of repugnancy challenge.
मैम उसमें अगर दो एक्ट्स के अंदर देयर इज अ
Central and state act.
यस सर, सर आई एम अनेबल टू रिकॉल द
No, no,
वर्ड।
mind, no.
मैम अगर कोई डिस्प्यूट है दोनों एक्ट्स के बीच के अंदर तो
Repugnancy is the word.
थैंक यू सर। अगर रिपग्नेंसी है तो डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ पिथ एंड सब्सटेंस सजेस्ट कि आप दोनों एक्ट्स की जो सब्सटेंस है उसका जो जो उसका सेंट्रल पॉइंट है आप उसे आइडेंटिफाई करें एंड एज फार एज पॉसिबल आप उसी हिसाब से करें।
ठीक है बेटा?
ठीक है
Just be careful and
Yes, sir.
understand the question of answer.
Prakhar, first issue है ये कॉन्फिडेंस
you
आप प्रश्न को सुनो फिर
सुप्रीम कोर्ट और हाई कोर्ट जनरली सरकारों को फटकारती हैं, तो ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट और हाई कोर्ट के पास कहाँ है पावर ऐसी कि सरकार को फटकारना, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया को फटकारना, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को फटकारना, किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूशन को फटकारना, पुलिस को फटकारना, कहाँ है?
Sorry sir, I am unable to recall exact article number which empowers the courts to
Give
criticize,
lectures,
give lectures.
Yeah, there's no power. There's no
If I
power.
can-
You can't find it. There's no power.
अब थोड़ी है भी।
Take over.
Fine.
ठीक है? Yeah.
But they
Thank
can
you.
suggest, they can give
Yeah, the point is,
directions.
the point is.
When they can
it
give
is-
directions, they
it
can
is
ask them to
advi-
correct
No,
something.
it is just advisory jurisdiction of some kind, na. And giving vent, that you can't do anything, you know it, but you say ऐसा कर दो, पंचायती है, पंचायती jurisdiction.
Justice Malimat has been your chancellor.
Yes ma'am.
Have you know about that? What report he has given?
What?
He has given report.
Malimat
Yes,
report.
yes ma'am.
With regard to the courts, na,
Yes, हाँ.
division of the courts.
इसके चांसलर बन चुके हैं, पता है, इसको मालूम होना
He says that he must divide, he must have divisions of Supreme Court, criminal, civil, constitutional. Because every judge cannot do all kinds of cases because you know he's not conversant with the law, and yet the people who have not done criminal law end up deciding
Yeah.
criminal cases. It leads to a lot of confusion.
Ma'am, Justice Malimat was became later on became I graduated when at my ma'am मेरे टाइम पे if I'm not wrong.
But this is not a very old report. इसके ज़माने में कैसे हुआ ये? मुझे समझ नहीं वाली बात. What?
जाना ना उसको कहीं.
Criminal law पे भी
हाँ?
criminal law पे
हाँ
ठीक है।
2003 ठीक है ठीक है
Okay?
ठीक है thank you
Just
thank
relax
you
and
sir.
you're okay, but just
but
relax.
relax sir.
And understand the question before answering it.
घबराओ मत और थोड़ा सा ये लॉ को थोड़ा स्ट्रॉन्ग करो।
हाँ सर।
और जो रिसर्च का आपने पेपर दिया, रिसर्च
उसमें आपने
सारे
इतना रिसर्च है उसको एक बार वापस पढ़ना है।
वो तो
सर, वो
आप-
मैंने-
उसको पकड़ेंगे आपको.
तो ये तो अब आपने जो रिसर्च
या
किया
तो
इसको
इसको-
दूसरे से टॉपिक मिले।
नहीं, या तो इसको लगाना मत, या इसको बहुत अच्छा लगा।
कहो मत मैंने ये किया
सर बेसिकली जैसे आपसे पूछेंगे कि भाई आपने क्या क्या वो है, आपने क्या क्या, तो अगर आप बताएंगे मैंने ये रिसर्च किया, ये रिसर्च किया, तो
उसी में सवाल
पूछेंगे
सर as far as I know
के लिए आप अपनी टॉस को खुद इजी कीजिए।
yes sir
बहुत लंबा चौड़ा जिस पर आपको कंट्रोल नहीं है, डोंट टेल इट।
yes sir.
And as far as you know what?
I was under this impression that we are not supposed to give any document to the board there, so they will not be having this document. This is my CV which I prepared for internship,
All
sir.
right, fair enough,
So
sir.
when
So you are safe.
आगे ध्यान रखना।
लेकिन
yes
आगे
sir.
भी ध्यान
हाँ yes sir.
भेजो बस लास्ट में.
तो हमारे पास आ गया तो हम